Hey guys, what is up? Niyat here with Film Comics Explained, and I'm pleased to introduce a new segment on my channel today. I wanted to get into detail when explaining the alien universe, and talking too much during the comics can detract from the story. So, in order to delve into the lore comprehensively, I needed a segment dedicated to just explaining shit. It's my hope that through this segment we can answer some questions and reaffirm your thoughts on certain subjects. This is an open discussion, so please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. We are going to begin today with an exploration of the Ovomorph, known colloquially as the egg, moving on to the Facehugger, the various types of Xenomorphs, and many other aspects of the alien universe as we progress. The Ovomorph is an egg-like capsule containing a Facehugger, generally considered to be the first stage in the life cycle of the species Xenomorph XX121. They are usually produced and laid by a queen. Xenomorph eggs by themselves are seemingly inert and are often dismissed as nothing more than lifeless vessels simply designed to contain the Facehugger. However, study has shown that they are in fact complicated organisms in their own right, and that they exist in a symbiotic relationship with the Facehugger that they contain. They notably possess the ability to sense or otherwise detect when a potential host creature approaches, at which point 4 petals at the top of the egg open up, and the Facehugger within launches itself at the nearby victim. As mentioned before, Ovomorphs are usually produced by queens in their egg sac, and then laid through the trunk-like ovipositor at the rear of the sac. Eggs can stand around 2.5 feet tall, and are typically brown-black and leathery in appearance, although older specimens have been seen to exhibit a drier, grey-white exterior. The capsule itself is incredibly durable. Experiments have shown it is possible to drop one from the top of a building at Earth's gravity, and it will bounce upon impact with the ground without rupturing or causing any harm to the Facehugger. Even at 3 times Earth's gravity, the egg will maintain its integrity. The tough outer skin is also difficult to cut through, and doing so will cause acid to spray defensively from the incision. An egg usually contains a single Facehugger, but some have been seen to contain as many as 4. Other than a Facehugger, eggs also contain a mass of flesh and stringy ligaments, the purpose of which is unknown, although it seems likely this material plays some part in sustaining the Facehugger. An egg and its occupant typically weigh around 60 pounds. Studies have revealed that a hot, humid environment is preferable for optimum incubation. What's really interesting is that the eggs can sustain the Facehuggers they contain for hundreds or even thousands of years with no external nutrients or assistance, as seen by the specimens discovered by the crew of the Nostromo. The key to the egg's longevity is the manner at which it locks much of its energy-generating acid blood into relatively stable salts that decay very slowly over long periods of time. Dissection of eggs has shown that they possess a rudimentary central nervous system at their base, linked to the network of thermo- and pressure-sensitive veins that run across the outer surface. These allow the egg to perceive when a host is detected nearby. It has also been proposed that the egg's skin may contain some form of sensory organ that allows it to taste a host at a distance, similar to a snake's tongue. Once a host is detected, the egg releases a catalyst that unlocks the acids bonded into the chemical salts, releasing the energy being stored. These free acids are then transferred to the Facehugger, which only becomes live at this point, thus explaining why the Facehugger itself displays no life signs prior to its emergence. Essentially, the Ovomorphs transfer its remaining bioelectrical potential to the Facehugger, sacrificing itself so that the Facehugger can become sufficiently active to attack the host on short notice. Immediately prior to release, the top of the egg splits open in 4 sections that peel back like the petals of a flower, allowing the Facehugger to leap out. Over time, if not disturbed, eggs will develop several tendril-like roots that spread from its base. It is possible that these roots are for nutrient absorption, similar to plant organisms, to help the egg sustain itself and the Facehugger within until a potential host appears. Another suggested purpose for the tendrils is that they are used for communication between eggs, like the synapses in brain cells, as they have commonly been seen in large clusters of eggs. The connections may allow eggs to inform each other when a host is approaching, or even act as a mechanism for detecting hosts directly, whether through physical contact or thermal or bioelectrical means. The eggs that were found aboard the derelict on LV-426 were covered by a thin layer of bluish mist that reacted when broken. It was also seen to interfere with radio communications, although it is unlikely this is its primary or intended purpose. It is not clear whether this mist was put in place artificially by the engineers, or whether it was generated by the eggs themselves. The effect and relationship between the mist and the eggs is not clear. It is possible that the mist is a security mechanism implemented by the engineers, subduing the eggs and their contents in a similar manner to how smoke effects work on honeybees, thereby rendering them safe to transport. However, the mist also appears to react when broken, and awaken the facehuggers within the eggs, alerting them to the presence of a host, which would seem to contradict the security feature theory. According to Dr. Oroner's theory of alien propagation, queens, when cued by instinct, lay special breeding eggs that hatch special spotted spined facehuggers, which are capable of implanting juvenile queens in their host. If you guys remember, Dr. Oroner was the geneticist responsible for getting Hicks out of prison and reinstating him during the aliens' outbreak. Hyperfertile eggs are an evolution to the typical ovomorph that can quickly grow the hive's numbers. Instead of one facehugger to an egg, these eggs can hold anywhere from 2 to 4, inversely proportional to how well the hive is doing. If low in number, eggs will hold up to 4 facehuggers. Praetorian eggs are a variation of the normal egg that costs more resources and effort to create than the standard egg. Different from the traditional ovomorph, Praetorian eggs are thicker and affect a more greenish coloration. They molt from normal eggs, and the facehugger within changes as they do so, becoming a Praetorian facehugger. Such facehuggers always give rise to a Praetorian, regardless of host. Now, Praetorians serve as guards to their hive's queen, and unlike other xenomorph types, they rarely operate outside their hive grounds. They are among the largest and most powerful xenomorph strains. Visually, Praetorians resemble a queen, typically standing at least 10 feet tall. Praetorian facehuggers are also one possible route to creating a queen. Looking into the behind the scenes of the first Alien movie, H.R. Giger initially designed the egg with a much more obviously vaginal appearance, complete with an inner and outer vulva. The producers complained that Catholic countries would ban the film if the illusion was too strong, so Giger doubled the lobes to 4 so that, in his words, seen from above, they would form the cross that people in Catholic countries are so fond of looking at. I love this guy. With regards to filming the eggs for the first feature, a total of 130 eggs were built for the egg chamber scene, constructed from plaster, with a single hero egg that featured a rubber top that was articulated with hydraulics and capable of opening. The interior of the hero egg was composed of Nottingham lace, which is the lining of a cow's stomach. The movement within the egg as Kane inspects it was generated by director Ridley Scott himself, who inserted his hands into the model and ruffled his fingers. In the first film, the quick shot of the facehugger erupting from the egg was done with sheep's intestine, propelled by pressurized air. Initial test shots filmed for Alien used decorated chicken eggs to represent the alien spores, and this footage was used in early teaser trailers for the film. One of these eggs was also used as the primary image for the film's advertising poster, and on many subsequent home video releases and other related media, and thus became a lasting image for the series as a whole, despite being visibly different from the xenomorph eggs that actually appear in the films. In the novelization of Alien, the egg is somewhat different to the versions depicted in the movies. In its dormant state, the egg is smooth and opaque, but just prior to the facehugger emerging, it becomes transparent and its surface becomes lumpy and rough. Notably, it has no opening whatsoever, and the facehugger within simply explodes forcibly through the top when it emerges. Now I'd like to cover a topic that not many people are aware of: egg morphing. While eggs are ostensibly created by queens, Alien originally showed that any adult xenomorph was capable of creating new eggs from the bodies of its victims, a process dubbed egg morphing. While the sequence showing this was removed from the film before its release, it was later reinstated in the director's cut, released in 2003. I'm going to leave a link in the About Me, so please check it out if you haven't seen it. It's probably one of the more disturbing scenes in the whole film. Seeing Dallas cocooned and asking Ripley to kill him was sad. Looking to his right to see that Brett was in the process of morphing into an egg was just grotesque. It was cut from the movie for pacing reasons. They had thought that it slowed down the pace and the sense of urgency of Ripley trying to make it to the narcissus. That may be true, but seeing this scene would have done 2 things for the audience and Ripley. It would have added a new form of horror. Not just the fear of being killed by the alien, but by being forced to morph into a completely different creature. The second great thing to come out of this scene is the realization that the xenomorph is the perfect organism. Without the need for a queen, it is able to continue its species survival, which is just incredible. Unfortunately, that's all that we have time for today. If you have any questions or have a particular topic you would like me to cover in the Alien universe, let me know. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and to subscribe to stay up to date on all my content. Alright guys, stay awesome. I'm Niyat with Film Comics Explained. Thanks for stopping by.
What can I do?